I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. The stay-at-home stocks are cleaning up right now. Just look at Logitech International, the king of computer peripherals and also high-end gaming equipment, with a stock that surged 1.4% today to a new all-time high in what was truly a terrible day. For months, we've been recommending this stock as a coronavirus winner. Really, it's part of the Kramer COVID-19 index, as millions of Americans have been forced to set up their own home offices. Logitech makes the best hardware. That's why the company shot the lights out when it reported last night, delivering a monster top and bottom line beat, thanks to some huge strength in video collaboration, audio and wearables, tablet accessories, and mobile speakers. On top of that, management reiterated their full-year forecast. How many people have really done that? But can the stock keep roaring as our economy gradually starts to reopen? Well, why don't we check in with Bracken Darrell? He's the president and CEO of Logitech International. Get a better read on the quarter and where his company's headed. Hey, Mr. Darrell, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, it's great to be back, Jim. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Bracken, when you were on last, the stock was at $37, and you did something that is very rare for CEOs. You said, you know what, the stock does not reflect what's about to come. Now, did you see the work-at-home, play-at-home revolution occurring?
No, I really didn't. I didn't see what was coming. I just really believe that, our business is being driven by four big secular trends: video going into everything, the rise of esports, the growth of creativity and streaming online, and then remote work. And those four things are 85% of our business. It just so happened that right after that, when everybody went into home, things accelerated.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that number three, the creative. Initially, I thought the creative was going to be Hollywood. It looks like that there's maybe, I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of millions of people who are creative on streaming worldwide. Is that because they always had ideas, but they lacked the equipment?
I think you and I grew up in a world where big companies owned the content creation. Right. They beamed it into our living rooms and into our eyeballs, and they sold advertising behind it. What's happening now is the access to platforms where everybody can view your content have exploded, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Twitch. And so now it's the democratization of content creation. Everybody's a Disney if they want to be. Whether you've got one follower or millions, you can try and get it out there and see what people think. So it's an explosion of creativity and creators. And that's one of our key businesses going forward.
Now, I want to talk about empowerment for a second. Look, we're in a downtime. And you're on, and I'm glad you're on, because you're not a downer. There are people who are stuck at home. There are people who have lost their jobs. But they understand how to be creative. And they're creating their own companies. They're getting involved with Shopify, an unbelievable stock. And they're using Logitech equipment to express themselves in a way where they actually might make a living. Am I being too optimistic in a very negative world?
You and I are both optimists, but, let's face it. I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't start by saying, I want to personally say thank you to all the essential workers out there, from the medical professionals to the grocery clerks to the people delivering. They're putting themselves in harm's way. They're the real heroes in this, and they just show such courage. But I think all those people who are at home who either have dreamed of trying to become their own business, or would just like to try it on the side, and this is a good moment, because it doesn't take much to create your own platform, your own. All you need is your ideas, and then you can broadcast out there. Not everybody's going to be able to do that, but at a minimum, it's a source of inspiration to try to create something and put it out there. And I'm really personally inspired by that, and I think you are too. And I love that when I look at my LinkedIn feed, and I see so many people trying something new, trying to blog, trying to interview people. It's just exciting. I accept almost every interview anybody asks me, because I really want to promote it. I believe in it.
I'm so glad you do that. So I see it too. Now, you also labored through tariffs. It looks like that because your gross margins are so good, you've managed to be able to handle this and not hurt profitability.
Yeah, we probably had 200 basis points of impact from tariffs and currency through the year. But, thanks to a great team and a nice mix story throughout the year, we've been able to offset that and then some. We actually are up 60 basis points, which is a compliment to our team.
Bracken, can you talk to us about what Logitech is doing to leveling the playing field for gamers, both this country and abroad?
One of the things we've done is we introduced an adaptive controller, which works with the Xbox, so anybody can game, even differently enabled people, and we're super proud of that product. A second thing is we just try to make sure that our offerings span a wide range of price points. So for as little as $50 or $30, you can get into the gaming universe with a competitive product. And then the last thing is, we're just big promoters of all the universities and colleges that are now giving scholarships for gaming throughout the country, and those should be and will be available to everyone. We're big believers in diversity and inclusion, and I think gaming's a real opportunity to level the playing field.
Okay, in your deck, you have a page, PC webcams. We have seen so many Zoom adaptations on our network, and I've had to be in Zoom, boozy brunches, whatever. It's clear that this PC webcam is a step up. Should everybody be getting this thing? And what's the how much better is the definition with your stream cam than just what we're seeing for what's passing as Zoom?
You can obviously, if you pay a little bit more for a dedicated webcam, you can get a better look. It really will improve the appearance on camera. And so that's one of the reasons people get them. We have HD, fully HD and 1080p and all those things. At the end of the day, what we want to do is just enable people to communicate better. And so a lot of people's home setups, if you've got a dedicated laptop and it sits over here, you're looking down or you're looking up, this gives you a chance to really look better. So it is a chance to upgrade. All
right, so last question. There are people who are saying the work at home, the genie's out of the bottle, it is here to stay. What percentage of people, when things turn around the economy, do you think will still be working from home?
I saw a forecast from a Gartner, I think, the other day. It said it would be a 10% increase. I think it's going to be more than that. Yeah. I think you're going to have certainly a 10% increase of people who work full time at home, but it's going to be a lot bigger than that of people who are going to work part of the time at home. I think you just realized that I think we're all realizing, we can make this work, and it's got big benefits, including for the environment outside. And so I hope that a lot of people are working from home a lot more of the time.
Yeah, but we agree here. We think that number's way low, and you're going to be right. Bracken Darrell, President and CEO of Logitech, thank you for making our viewers so much money by saying, hey, the stock's wrong. Really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks for having me on again.
All right. The guy said, look, the quarter's going to be good. Don't know why the stock's at 37. Well, he was right. Mad Money's back after the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @JimCramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Kramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.